Hello and welcome. In this video, I'm going to give you a description and demonstration of WMS moving locked SSCCs placed there either by Beas or WMS for AdHoc moves on the WMS mobile client concerning the Beas-WMS integration. Let's begin. Our new feature within the Beas-WMS integration enables users on the logistics side to have a rudimentary control of locked or reserved SSCCs placed there by the production side. It is a highly useful feature when, for example, logistic units for production need to be repositioned to a new storage location. Let's see the problem at hand. Generally speaking, a Beas user can put a lock on SSCCs to be stored for protection while keeping track of said logistic units. While this feature is highly useful for the efficiency of production, in certain situations problem may arise when, for example, storage locations get full. If a pick list for production is created, but the destination location or the input of production is full, stock needs to be moved somewhere else. Whatever the case, the mobile client warns the user about the presence of a lock on the selected item when wishing to have it moved. However, there is a solution to this issue. In WMS, it is now possible to override the Beas lock in favor of new storage locations to solve such logistical issues. The locked or reserved stock can be moved and relocked for a new location. How is it implemented? Due to the adverse nature of the problem, the new feature is presented under the AdHoc Move option on the mobile client, the same method used to move free stock. It has to be noted though that moving locked or reserved stock is only available for details locking created by Beas, therefore resulting from the production process. To start up, let's begin with the Move controller in the extension parameters of the organizational structure in the WMS add-on to Business One. The new options added to the property in terms of the Beas integration are grouped under the partial AdHoc Move Beas banner, in addition to the existing ones on the controller. These options are the partial AdHoc Move type, where you can select default view for all the base documents, the standard one, where no moves are allowed, or the defined custom view. The next option is the Show Free Stock First tick box, where you can select whether the available free stock should be displayed when initializing the process on the mobile client or not. The next option is the Custom View name field, where you can add a name to your custom view. And finally, Order by clause of the view. You can add the priority of the view. In this database, you can see all the Beas reservations. If we look through the items, item 16 is an SAP serial item. Beas RM2BB2 is with a batch number and best before date. RMB1 is batch number only. Item 01 is a standard item. Note, when a picklist note is created, the Beas reservation gets converted into a WMS lock. Let's see an example of a picklist generation. Here, the picklist has already been asked to be generated on the Beas side. As soon as the service is started and the database is refreshed, we can see that with the requested items, the base type has been converted from Beas work order to picklist header, and the created by section now shows WMS instead of Beas. Let's see item 01 from B0101. When we try to move it to the dock, it notifies us at the end of the process that the item is locked. We can see our item. Now let's see an example of partial move. Logistics, move, AdHoc movement, Local and warehouse movement are the same in this respect, so let's go with local and then partial move. Let's select a location for the movement. Let's add the SSCC. This is our new screen, Select Reservation. With serial items, there are no quantities displayed with the reserved ones but serial numbers, as Beas reserves the unit by each individual item. Note, when we are about to move locked stock contained on an SSCC at partial movement, we see different lines corresponding different work order reservations and a consolidated line with the free stock. Altering the order and the grouping of these lines is what you can do with the settings available at the Move controller. When scanning SN1601, another scan with the same item is mandatory. If the serial numbers don't match, you get a warning message and it returns to the Select Reservation screen. Now you can scan the destination location or SSCC. You can either generate a new SSCC or add it to an existing one by adding it to the field. When requesting a new SSCC, you will need to select the location as well. Let's see what we got at location B0101. When choosing not to scan an SSCC, you can select the product. Here you can see the batch items mentioned before. And we arrive again to the location select screen. We have one here that we select. Now we can enter the quantity to be moved for the reserved unit. When the move is performed, location information gets updated. Wrong ones are erased and WMS notifies Beas to create new reservations. Our item resides at Luit key 35 and now we'll move one item to B0102. It's important to note that Beas service needs to be running in order to receive the request coming from WMS. Refreshing the database, the Luit key went out at 34 and a new element has been created at B0102 in the database without a Luit. Let's see another example. Item 01 is reserved at location B0102 without sharing space with anything else at the SSCC. Therefore, the mobile client doesn't show this selection screen, but goes directly to move confirmation. Now we can potentially move only one of the two items available in stock. Let's create a new SSCC, and now we need to select the location. Let's move it to B0101. We could also move it to B0102, but this way we can render it to a new SSCC. We can see the change in the database. Two items were residing at Luit 30. Now there is only one, and the new one is at 36. You can also see the new SSCC here. Finally, let's see the full and multiple logistic unit moves. Here you can see the locked quantities in the inventory report, and we are copying the SSCC to the first batch item. Opening the mobile client, select Logistics, Move, AdHoc movement. And let's go with a local move for now and full logistic unit. Let's scan the SSCC that we copied earlier. Now we select a destination location. Let's go with B0102. Now the mobile client notifies us about the SSCC being locked. When pressing yes, the client confirms us about the move. When refreshing the locked quantity screen in Business 1, we can see the SSCC at the bottom of the list at its new location. If SSCCs are locked at different locations, we can still perform a multiple move on them. First we use the same SSCC as before, and then copy another locked SSCC. When scanning them, we can see both SSCCs show up on the mobile client. Then we select a new destination location. Let's go with doc0101 and we get the same lock warning screen. When proceeding with the move and refreshing the locked quantity screen in Business 1, we can see both SSCCs showing up at doc0101 separately. Let's see a scenario with a warehouse transfer as well. Let's select warehouse number 2 as our destination. Let's go with the SSCC we used last time. Let's select B0201 as our destination location. Confirming the move after the lock notification, you can now see that our SSCC is at the new location.